there, and it should say record.
Yeah, we got it.
We got
There
you,
you
Chris.
go.
All right.
Thank you.
Adios. Have a good trip.
Thank you.
All right. Tiffany, I apologize. Why? I don't know. Monica, Steve.
Yep.
Gus.
Here.
Hey. The form's established.
We're missing Tom and. Oh, that's right. All right. Minutes. Very good. Anybody opposed? I didn't see any mistakes. All right. Minutes have been approved.
Okay, we agreed to jump
Yeah,
down
we're
to
gonna jump down to number 10.
we have 2 owner requests. One in person, we can hold the other one off to later. But
Okay.
Roper from 364 at one time had a proposal. 364. Yeah. I had requested requested to put up a wall to enclose the area behind her unit. There's already a wall from the unit to the, I guess it would be to the west. And there's half a wall to the east. The committee basically turned it down, and with an option to put up a hedge. We thought that might work for a while, but whether it was unfertile ground or poor planting or whatever, the hedge we put in didn't turn out to be sufficient to what their needs are. And so she's back before you, if I may.
Yeah. And I would like to put in a request to put a wall up. John referred me to this concrete guy that's done all the walls in the premises on this property here. And he assured me that he could do it a way that is abide by you guys. And I just want to get it approved.
Well, one of the reasons we didn't is because you wanted to extend out on the one side.
If I can, I can. If I can't, I can't. You guys tell me what I'm allowed to do and what I can't do. I just want to get it done. I need the next 6 months. I need some privacy. I want to go out there.
Steve, what's the proposal?
They have a open back courtyard.
I'm familiar with that.
Yeah, the wall on the one side comes out quite a ways. The other wall comes out about halfway.
Right.
And they want to extend that wall out. Well, that's cutting down on the neighbor's vision, and he didn't like the idea.
Vision of what? It's my backyard. Vision of what?
Just he's gonna look out his back and now see a wall on the right side, not just not a panoramic view.
So I don't.
So
if I don't extend the wall, can I still do it?
that's going to be a diagonal then?
Yeah.
I think.
Well, not totally, but.
No, it definitely.
Yeah,
It can definitely be diagonal. It's not to be because of the trees. Definitely be diagonal.
Barbara.
Is there a reason why it was not originally constructed as a 14?
Nothing really.
Because the one building on the one side didn't come all the way out. I mean, there's just several of them around, not too many, but. And it could have been that the original buyer didn't want it.
The original buyer could.
You know, if I wanted a 14.
Probably not, because that's common area on yours.
Okay, so what's the?
So is hers.
No, that's true.
But probably the original owner could have ordered it because there are courtyards back there.
Yeah.
And if the original owner wanted to have that half wall extended out, it might have been done, but we don't know. 30 years ago,
All the original owners had options.
Yeah.
I mean, there were different options at the time. It's like the carports, you could get it and not get it.
There's 3 out there right now that have equal walls that are not enclosed because they've just turned out to be that way. People bought courtyards on either side of them, and in the middle they didn't order.
So we've already heard from our lawyers about carports.
Yeah, we can't sell common area. That's probably a.
You know, I'm just looking for consistency.
Yeah. Exactly.
Hey, Steve, wouldn't all that be considered common area?
Yeah, that's what we're just saying. You know, if it's
I mean,
common
since
area,
it's-
it's
Since
just
it's not deeded to somebody now.
exactly.
So are you saying you already turned it down once?
Yeah.
Yeah, because originally they wanted to extend the wall out, so it was a square. And Dennis said he really didn't want to look at a wall sticking out, you know, next to his view.
So I think they tried pushing.
You know, because of the carport issue, and we really didn't think about the common area at the time. It's something we might have to check with the lawyer on.
I would appreciate it because when I purchased the unit, I asked 5 times if I could put a pool up. 5 times they told me yes. 5 times I asked for a letter in writing. 5 times they told me I didn't need a letter in writing.
Who's this?
Who?
Anybody that worked in the office. But the truth, they're not here anymore. So I was told that 5 times. It's not my first property and I just need to know. I'll put my unit up for sale. I want a private courtyard. There's 2 reasons why I bought my unit. One because of it upstairs and one because I could have a private backyard. I had a problem with my bathtub and I had to rip that out and that's what I was working on. I'm there 6 months. I'm a new owner and now I wanted to take care of the backyard. If I can't take care of it, I'll put it up for sale. So it's up to
Yeah,
you
let
guys.
us, I think we have to ask the lawyer because that's unfortunately, it's in the
Well, I
bylaws.
don't, I
Yeah.
don't own the courtyard.
No. The ground out back?
So all
Because
my,
it's a-
my grill, my patio, I don't own any of that.
You own the inside of the unit.
Yeah.
From the walls in.
I don't own the courtyard.
No.
But no one owns their courtyard.
Well,
People don't
If
wanna
it's
have a-
enclosed,
If
yes. If
How
it's,
come this was never told to me when I purchased it? How come I was never told this?
I'm not sure if you spoke with that. It certainly
So
wasn't
if
me.
you don't have a closed wall, it's not your backyard.
That's correct. That's,
Very
and it's
interesting.
only
You
maybe,
guys definitely check with your work, 'cause I'll check with mine too.
okay,
Right, I'm good.
okay, thank you. All right, I'll get to you.
How do we leave it? I come back to the next, when's the next meeting?
Well, next meeting's a month from now, but we'll have information for you before that.
Okay,
John will give you a call.
okay,
We'll check with the lawyer.
thank you, I appreciate it.
Okay,
You want to get the other one out of the way?
Might as well.
Yeah.
The second owner request is from the unit owner of 151 Pinehurst, Roger Schultz. Everybody knows Roger. He's wishing to put in a
It's like
a window air conditioner in his patio.
a hotel unit. I have a picture here. I'll put it up so Gus can see it. And George. He wants to sit that over his windowsill. So it'll hang down on the inside and the outside. And he said he will paint it to match the windowsill. And the outside part will paint it, you know, yellow to match the buildings. Or I'm not sure what color he has. Does he have bronze all the way down?
He does.
He does. Okay, but
Didn't we require somebody to remove one of those recently?
Hanging air conditioners. Out of all, must be upstairs.
It was the unit, the 2-story unit that was, it was the 364 that was empty for so long.
That's her.
That's her. She just left here. That was not the case.
no, that was not the case.
There was one unit over there that had a window AC in it.
Pool. Remember, you didn't Carolyn Poole want to put one in and never did.
Well, she wanted to put a ductless mini, which we were
Oh.
gonna approve. I have not heard of a window unit.
Yeah, one
In
over
the
there.
back on his lanai, he's got elephant leaves back there. I mean, there's really nothing to see. And it's not gonna,
It's not going to be visible to anyone else,
pretty much no.
but it's a.
Are-
But he's got a courtyard? Yeah.
No.
Are we opening up a can of worms if we do this?
Yep. I didn't think about
I
that.
mean, I know.
Yeah.
US.
Yeah.
Allow for no air. You know, I think you should also turn somebody down. Because, you know, you need air conditioning.
Have we allowed somebody to do a mini split?
We gave permission to one, they didn't do it.
Was it an upstairs unit or?
No.
downstairs?
The thing about the mini split, the compressor would be sitting just outside the.
Right.
Just
It's
outside.
gonna be the same thing as this hanging outside.
Does it make noise outside?
It's really quiet. It's
Now,
labeled as super quiet.
now, 5 or 6
Huh?
years.
Does the typo for this unit, is it quiet?
Yes,
So somebody else goes by a different thing and it's loud.
yeah.
They got permission to put it in, but nobody's looking at.
Well, I already made sure that he sent me the decibels, and it's labeled as super quiet, 46 decibels. That's, and you could probably walk by, and I know that the mini splits are literally soundless almost. They are so, because I had one up north, and they really are very, very, probably less than 46. You can stand next to it and not.
You know, I'm not taking into consideration who the unit owner is, because sometimes
No,
that's the issue.
Steve, does a mini split take a 2-pole breaker? Or will it run
Yes.
off?
2 poles.
So then if you're gonna do a mini split, you gotta get a cable all the way from your panel back there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow.
What about, what makes the fire plans if you?
The only one I know of is in a courtyard.
Not just AC,
Yeah.
anything that they want to put.
Yeah. No, I mean, as far as this type of unit, like I said, the only one I know of that, and we're back on the backs all the time.
Yeah.
Is one that you happen to be able to see because it's in the courtyard, and I've been in the courtyard. But this one, even though there's a lot of flora and fauna, it still would be exposed.
It's not a window unit, it's going into the frame of the.
It's like a hotel unit. You know, hangs outside.
Hotels that don't.
Window unit or is it a wall? You have to go through the wall.
I think it's a window unit.
It's a window unit. It's not going through the wall.
Yeah.
It hangs over the windowsill. You didn't see the picture very well here.
You know what size unit does he have?
The middle part
Probably a
hangs over the
1700.
sill. That part's gonna be outside, this part's.
Yeah.
You know, every one of my houses.
Wait. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll keep that in mind for the outside. A lot of growth and a lot of vegetation. You get the big elephant leaves.
You know what, I agree, if you can see, my thing is, once you put one in the window, you're going to have people coming. I don't want to.
And what about second floor?
That's gonna be exposed. That,
No, that's what I'm. Opening up a can of worms here. Yeah. Yeah, I'm saying, my first inclination is no.
Well, there's an issue before you, and if somebody wishes to make a motion or against, that's up to you, you know, but I mean, it's, you gotta give the owner, a decision.
Yeah.
I'm mentioning that we deny.
Right. Well,
You know what?
I mean,
I agree with Gus.
okay,
We're opening up a can of worms.
Exactly.
Who's he agreeing with? Me?
yeah.
Okay, great. I heard it.
I'm inclined towards that. That really could be an opening up, just,
No, I know, please, we have enough.
Not everybody's lanai is protected by vegetation where you couldn't see
yeah,
it.
exactly. You're right, you're right.
They do sell air conditioning units that are just freestanding that you put inside.
Inside.
That would be
That's what I was thinking
close
too.
if you want to give them as alternates. options.
That's true. And well, they have them where they have a little hose that goes to the window to exhaust the.
Yeah.
Cause I got a friend that has one over in, 5 Lakes. That she actually uses in her garage because she uses her garage as a workspace.
The other thing I just thought of was when we're, for property, for not typically. No, my understanding is there's no AC put to it. So now he puts in a wall to it, without time. What does that mean in terms of his taxable space?
I want to say that it won't affect it because it's a temporary unit. If it were a permanent installation,
Because
then
a lot of people across from me have removed the wall into their garage and incorporated it into the.
Yeah.
Oh.
I just happen to hear.
Yeah, but if you move the wall totally.
I've opened up my bedroom sliders,
Yeah.
my living room sliders. I have one vent in my little storeroom. And I leave that door open. It has a vent that comes out. And it's really,
That's fine.
yeah, but I have a lot of shade, so and I have
Afternoon sun.
UV windows. No, he doesn't. He just evidently, maybe he doesn't have any of that.
I would support the idea, I would support the idea of a mini split, but
Yeah.
it's a way more expensive installation.
Well, for future purposes, I mean, what do we think about mini splits before because we already sort of told the one lady, but that was over a year ago and she never did it. What's the thoughts on mini splits? Just for a matter of discussion.
This, talking about this here.
No. Window. It's, you have an outside piece of an air conditioner and you have an inside piece that hangs up on the wall.
What's the outside piece look like? Anything like this?
Like an AC?
It's an AC compressor about the
Like
size of a.
small AC, very thin, slender, probably about 3 foot long and about 3 foot high, 2.5 foot high, and about that thick, about less than a foot thick, 10 inches thick.
Like it-
Similar to the other one.
Yeah,
No, it just sits out on the ground.
Can you not a bigger AC unit for your?
But you're right, that's not in the courtyard, that's on common ground.
No, I'm talking about.
Well, your AC unit on your roof's in common ground anyway.
I'm sorry, Gus?
Your AC unit that's sitting on your roof is common ground too.
Ooh.
But that's all part of the HVAC systems that are put in every unit as
Yeah.
part of construction. Yeah. And that's the design.
Yeah,
So. now
Well, they
we're
could
talking
put
about
the-
maintaining-
they could put that condenser unit on.
Yeah.
On a split, mini split.
and if it were.
Single story, it'd be tough on a low unit trying to get up to the roof.
Hmm?
You could do it easily on a single story building, but to
Oh,
get,
yeah.
if you want to do a low unit to go up to the upper unit would be a problem. Unless you had a really good neighbor.
Does he have upper unit?
No, oh,
The one there, no, he's lower.
He has nobody.
Yes, he does.
Roger? No, we're talking about Roger.
Yeah, Roger has somebody above him.
Roger.
Yeah, that's
Roger's
that's
a villa?
when that shower went. Remember?
Oh, that's right.
Supposed-
Is it a villa? with nobody there?
No, it's not.
Steve, there's actually
one.
another. Steve, there's another option.
Okay, I'm listening.
Come off your existing AC through the master bedroom with a small soffit. I've seen that done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay, all right. Any more discussion?
No.
All right, let's
Roll
need
call.
a roll call vote.
Okay. All right, Gus Miller. Voted on the denial or approval?
I can't hear you, John.
I'm asking for your vote on the motion to deny.
Yes.
Okay. Dan?
Yes.
Monica? Tiffany?
committee.
Okay. George,
Yes.
Steve,
You guys are not part of the committee?
Yes.
What are you doing talking?
We're trying to-
all right, the motion fails unanimously. Does, I guess the first request wasn't necessarily denied. The first request was referral to the attorneys for the minutes purposes.
Yes.
I don't know how it's gonna turn out if we can't.
Pretty much, yeah. I
got a feeling.
well,
We should
I
have
mean,
everybody in the office.
I don't understand
I
that.
have no idea who to talk to.
Yeah,
So the only ones to talk to.
Cynthia. But, you know, that'd be a question she should ask her realtor when she bought the place.
Of course. That,
I mean,
to my
that-
knowledge, that never.
Yeah.
I mean, but of course, we never heard from them. We don't know who to talk to in the office because
Yeah.
they just all because they bought from the bank. They didn't buy from us, but they didn't buy from, you know, that was the repo.
You know,
The realtor
don't
basically
they
lied to the
always
seller.
say, when you talk to someone, always get their name?
Yeah.
Always.
Always. Whenever I talk or complain to somebody, I'll keep it.
And that doesn't even work all the time.
No. I'm from India.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, let's keep going.
Yeah, that's,
I have
yes,
to say this
sure
window
we-
air- There are-
I won't put that in the minutes.
only-
I won't put that in the minutes, even
No,
though I
don't.
know your feeling.
I'm sorry. 23 square feet unit. My average bill is $75 a month for a Florida power and light. My place is cold. Every bedroom is
Okay.
cold. So. I don't know.
okay, slab painting project.
Okay, now, this is for the record, the inventory. Every slab. Okay. The condition of the job is at best marginal. I think we should meet with the contractor. He has not painted several, mainly because of the tar issue.
Okay.
And so,
Isn't he coming back?
oh yeah, he's ready to come back at our behest.
No. The tar,
Oh,
whoever.
he's coming back. He'll be back at the last week in September, I guess it is. That is
Rapasi.
Lee Rapasi. And before he left, he said, I'll go over and we'll make it right. The problem is that this material, whatever they did is leachating down on the floor and making a mess. So my suggestion is that a delegation of all of us, or he couldn't make it this morning. He would have come, the contract. But maybe you and I, Steve, or whoever wants to meet with them, go over these things in depth and say, you know, this is what, and we've got to make some sort of decision as what we're going to do with, because he can paint the rest of them, but he's worried about the heat bringing down the tar. Well, I mean, this has just been disaster. That out of the 141, easily, you know, all the construction work has been done, all the demolition. Nobody's happy with that. Nobody wanted to lose their stuff, but that you have the right to do that. And every one of the things were taken apart, whether it be tile, whether it be a poly pebble, or whether it was even pavers, there were cracks underneath. And that's the whole reason for this project, because when we replaced all the underpinnings, we found that the underpinnings had to be replaced because moisture's going through the slab.
So out of 141 units, none basically are completed?
No. That probably are.
Okay.
And maybe 35 people are saying, okay, that looks good to me.
Okay.
Poor percentage. Bottom line is, if we have to go in and take out, and I've priced this, if we have to go in and take out all the siding, remove all that material that's there and replace it, we're looking to close to $800 to $1,000 a unit. Yeah.
Or do we do it right, even if it is a refurbishing of the old stuff?
Yeah, but this is Lever Plastics' problem.
No, but I'm saying, let's do it right.
Yeah, well, the one that the one we did still has to be painted, but it's turned out well and the owner's happy with it. All right, the cost pushed $1,000, tearing it off, cleaning it up, and it hasn't been painted yet.
So you got 81 units now, that's $81,000.
No, Lee only did 40.
Okay, thank God. What do you say?
So those are the
Yeah,
40 that are
that's the
tar.
tar. And the other issues that come up is that when we've taken off the tile, taken off the pavers, taken off the carpeting, portions of the cement have been ripped up in the process. Just a matter of, yeah. So we gotta take care of that, and so there's that work too.
Price on those?
That's everything's so different. It would be a time and material thing. That's why I was hoping we could get another carpenter. I mean,
Yeah.
we thought we had a secondary replacement to Raphael, but he decided against us. I still think, I mean, we thought we'd talk about this. Now we're jumping all over.
Yeah.
But I interviewed a young man who seemed sincere, probably mid-20s, had all of his own tools. He seemed to be very knowledgeable about carpentry, and ready to go to work for minimum 2 days a week for our salary we want to pay. And I did a background check, and unfortunately, when he was younger, about 7, 8 years ago, he was charged with a couple grand theft autos, and they are felonies, and we don't let anybody with felonies live in here, and that leads to a matter of concern. So we turned him away. Now we're searching. We don't want to bring in somebody who shouldn't be in the community, but his condition was, hey, I was a kid, and quote unquote, I wasn't even the driver, but they nailed me anyway. Who knows? But I mean, I can you bring somebody with a record? And I don't know. People get better. People do well. And he contended he didn't know what he was. Well, I was 17 and now I'm 25.
Is he going to live here?
Pardon?
Is he going to live here?
No,
No,
he's just gonna
he's
work.
gonna work.
Well, we don't know if everybody that ever comes on the property has ever been arrested.
No,
You're right, George. But
I hire people. I don't know their whole background. I don't have a background check on an electrician or a plumber or anybody else.
no, wait, that's very true. And
Okay.
the major concern was we're going to have somebody give him keys. He goes into a unit to look at the inside leaks and things like that. And so I guess, did we just?
All right. Well, that's up to you, John.
Yeah, I know. And I really felt bad because I was impressed. I had trouble talking to him about it, because I thought he could be something here, and maybe we could bring him back and talk to him.
It would be one
Yeah,
that
maybe.
I would say if we did hire, we would have to not allow him in by himself.
No, he wasn't charged. He wasn't convicted, but he wasn't adjudicated. Yeah. He's exonerated. It's one of those weird things. There's like 3 things there.
He wasn't convicted because he wasn't driving. He was just a rider. But he still was charged, but then it was.
Yeah, it's a felony charge. I can bring it out, but I mean, it's
No.
no, it's not, because it comes right up. It's really, it's one of the strange ones I've ever seen, because usually there's something there or there isn't something there.
Yeah.
And there's something here,
But he was never convicted.
Correct.
Obviously, or he would have
Yeah.
spent
Or he might have
time in
just,
There's a lot of people that don't have records because they didn't get caught.
Well,
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Some of that I'm not sure.
You know, when and if he has to go into a unit, how often does that happen?
Well,
And he doesn't go any longer.
that's
Yeah.
right. It doesn't happen that often.
He's bringing in the same stuff that the charges were dismissed.
When I thought he might say that, no, it happened when I was a kid, and I should have known better, and I wasn't really the perpetrator, but I was there with him and I was charged.
So if you made a plea to you, is that kind of thing does not show up on whatever?
Everything shows up.
It's weird, something.
No, he's not. He wasn't. He was 17 or 18. Yeah, yeah. He wasn't juvenile. No. I'd say let's talk to him. But that's,
Keep your questions.
My suggestion is, if he does have a plea,
He would not be going.
Can you bring in, so where? Like, army shop.
no.
Really, so you want to hire him as an employee. And you already told him you didn't think you could hire him. Okay, but you're gonna have to talk to the whatever. And can he, you're gonna talk to him again. Can he bring in proof that his charges were dismissed?
He never said his charges were dismissed. He's never said that.
Important as-
No, I mean, I think if the charges were dismissed, he would have said it. Yeah, no. Yeah,
Right?
well, I'll get, no, but when we talked about it, never said, if the charges were dismissed, I'm sure he would have said it. The charges
we're
were dismissed.
dismissed. You know what? Is he, maybe he's, you know.
Maybe he's just put on probation
Or not.
because he wasn't the driver.
That property removed.
Could be.
Well, maybe, whatever the agenda, most of the charges,
Yeah.
whatever he was supposed to do.
Maybe no.
He might have been just put on probation. To,
Well, we can, I mean,
Thanks. I had two thoughts, and I don't know how the legal system works for that, but one thought I had was that sometimes you have to be able to hire a lawyer to then get the charges.
That's why I said, yeah.
well, I believe that. He's from a small town in Tennessee. Came down with his vehicle and his tools to start a new life.
But
And he
then,
lives with his mother here.
but then my other idea is, could we avoid this being a sticky situation by hiring him as a contractor? So that instead of being an in-house employee, he'd be like a 1099 kind of like.
You're still bringing the person in, though. That's the bottom line.
Yeah,
We'd have better protection under work comp and everything if he was a worker for us,
that makes
And I would never allow a contractor at all into a unit without any, Wildwood Springs employee being present.
well, now, we don't know. We've had to change.
people come with their
Two or
air
three-
conditioning
We've had 2 or 3 people changed on our bugs, and they're in them by themselves all the time.
But they're
Yeah.
bonded, they're also bonded and, they're vetted by their own companies. If you're talking about just converting into being
Who knows?
a contractor.
Yeah.
everything is under-
Well, we hope so, Barb. We hope so. And people do make mistakes and they do get better. There's no doubt about that. But it's also tough because everybody's looking for hiring. And so, in the normal state, we probably wouldn't talk to this guy again. How many other people that are working out there that in a normal state wouldn't be working because nobody wants to work there,
So,
you know?
you got all his references? He's got references?
Yeah, he's got local, but I mean, he's just here a couple months and they're, lives with his mother.
So he only wants to work for a couple months?
No, he's
just
only been
moved.
here
He
for a
just
couple
moved.
months.
I can look at those. I don't know if I have that. I'll look.
We could vet him that way.
We call his sister in Tennessee. Who knows?
I don't know my experience is when you're hiring an employee, you wanna go over references, make sure that they were.
Well, John didn't do that because as soon as we got his
I didn't do it.
felony, we stopped. No, exactly.
John,
Background check.
John, do you know everybody that works for Brown Tree Service is not, are all been vetted for criminal backgrounds and everything?
I got it very, now, do I know it? I know I don't know that.
And Lowell's pool service and, security guards, maybe security guards are, I don't know. But you're right, we don't know. All the air conditioning companies that come in here, 10 or 12 a day, different companies.
Well, I understand your concern because you're asking them to come into people's units and things like that, but,
We could limit that.
it's not like we're hiring him, to work for Wildwood Springs permanently or anything. It's just a contractor.
Well, we're hiring on a part-time basis, but we're hiring to do stair work, which we need to do. We're hiring to do 99% of the work he's going to do is on the outside anyway.
Right.
The
Keep
only
them away.
time
Keep them away from the carports.
Yeah. 99%. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Good, George.
Well, John and I, we'll bring him back in and check it out a little more. And talking,
And
asking him what he does.
he's been involved in building. He can do drywall. We have somebody else for, but he talks the game. That's what let's watch. Yeah. Well, we can go over that. If nothing is stolen in 3 months, you get to keep the job.
You know what? You are not going to find young people in Florida
Yeah.
to work anymore because your rents due to the insurance. The landlord takes the insurance and puts it back onto the renters and they can't afford to live. Young people.
Yeah, we've gone. Jeff is a friend of one of the teachers, and he's tried to funnel people who just have no work. One of the woodworking teachers, carpentry teachers, we've got an insight.
Every semester changes.
Right, but let's go back and look at this guy because he got some work.
Yeah,
and it's all outside. Okay, all right. Yeah. Yeah. See who's 5 now. No. Oh. Don't vote. Don't vote on you upstairs.
Electrical issue.
All right, electrical issues.
8, they're working.
Yeah, they're still working on it.
Yeah.
That was a ground strap that had to be installed for Bernie, and it's being replaced at our cost. We still have one at 138, right? And that's the only one at present we're at. Budget committee and well, basically the budget committee is realizing that ground straps are going to be an issue not only today but in the future. So we're putting monies into the reserves on a regular basis, or at least it's proposed to overcome that. Okay, so that's the good news.
That we can just go ahead and rip them out, or we wait and see.
Well, we've got 558 of them. We've replaced 35 to 40, so between $3,000 and $5,000. Yeah. Yeah. In a perfect world, you would say, okay. So some are going to go, some aren't going to go. Some have gone twice.
series of units went out.
Yeah.
That's not counting. I took the run of the high voltage that FDNL senses and offset bus. I was ran with the lines, which I'm still trying to get back from Southern Power. But they've been back since I've lived here. That temporary stuff almost a whole year.
Anyways,
From transformer down to the fan pole down.
I guess we were lucky when with Debbie, we only had 2 disruptions within a minute. And everything went back on and never again. So we were lucky, I guess. Does the rain have to do anything with those merge sets?
Probably age more than anything else, but everything we're replacing, we're putting in conduit.
The electrician
Which
told me.
one?
Yeah.
Which one should have been to begin with? I know.
In 1978, right. I don't disagree. Understand what they did here.
Best builder?
Apparently not.
Well, Neil, he's still around.
I know the name. Yes.
I live in one of his new communities.
God bless you.
I went in knowing.
let's put that in. Flooding issues.
Flooding is on there to talk about the impact that we've had both behind, I guess you would say between B and C, which is Dan's wall, where we had that tree for the first time. Water just came cascading down there. Stood up all night. With buckets and mops.
When they were over there yesterday, they unplugged your pump.
Yes, I know that. Yeah.
So
They said
planning on putting
They said,
why?
man, that guy gave us a dirty look when we did this.
I almost unplugged it as soon as they. But I.
That's the only, all right,
All
yeah,
it is
we're gonna
is
change it. We're gonna change it.
sprinkler.
Yeah, we have, well, irrigation back on, so we're not worried about the rain right now, but yes, we're gonna change it. There's a plan to do it. So anyway, the water came kind of cascading down there. Steve on Sunday running out and bought a temporary pump to help take everything away. We installed a second pump there. And now, I think we talked about it at the workshop, but Sue Downs has given us her generator. Unfortunately, it doesn't work.
We found that out, Steve and everybody did.
So we, yeah, well, it's 2 years old, but it's only have 20 hours on it. But we took it into the shop, and even the owner of the shop said probably just crystallized gasoline.
That's what I said. That's exactly what I said.
It's not going to be. It shouldn't be an issue. So, and then we're going to have that in that area. So, should the power go down, that'll be taken care of. There was, thank goodness, no flooding behind D with the modification made, but we still have a little bit more to do.
I'm just gonna say, I got a nice, let me read it, from Lloyd Flood. He was the one, had all the issues. Much thanks for you and members of the staff who contributed to plan and labor to migrate the flooding waters affected shore again. Started to complete my on that 13 inches of rain, everything worked fine. Their backyards were okay, but we still want to do the trench to unblock their outlets. Most of the ones are in, but the ground is still high up. We pump, change the pump so the one pump pumps down instead of both pumps, and it seemed to work.
Thanks for sharing something else.
Yes, that's.
That may have been Rex, but I don't know. let's see, sorry about that. There. All right, still on price, our wall contractor that we've been using, as I understand, does not want to get involved in tearing the wall down and tearing the foundation up.
They're getting too old.
Yeah, Ronnie Cornett is out. He's supposed to have a proposal for me for this meeting, but I don't have it yet. But his proposal to take down about 12 feet of that wall because of where the roots go. And you probably saw him when he came out. And tear that out, and then we get all the roots out, and he'll put it back in.
Oh, he's gonna put it back in?
Oh, he can. We can give him more. I mean, he does that also. We can do it either way. So I'll have a proposal forthcoming. Okay, I should do. I emailed everybody a copy of just a proposal. No, nothing set in stand. Do you have it there? Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, yeah, mine is too.
Okay.
Yeah, that's much better.
Yeah. Okay, it's the same thing that we did last year as a group. Gus, you have it?
What's that?
I sent you.
Did you get stuff this time?
There you go, yay. Yeah. Okay. This is basically your purview of expenses the committee sits over. Includes salary and wages, supplies, fire extinguishers, equipment, vehicle expense total. Okay. Last year, the budget is the first column that you see with the dollars. Could be the tree guy, I'm sorry. Have to call you, okay?
Differences in the wages.
All right. Last year, we had a budget of 100,880 that included 2 full-time carpenters. Obviously, we lost one, and we did not have one at all for about 6 months. And then we had Raphael, who was exceptionally good for a period of time. And now we're not without again. Should we have hire somebody for the rest of the year, our projection will be about that $70,000. When I say rest of the year for part-time for the rest of the year. Yeah. So the proposal is 79 versus actual 70 because we would actually have a part-timer all year long if it works out. So close to $20,000 in all if we don't have a full-time. That's going to be up for your consideration. What's y'all feeling in it? There is a dollar increase for your current employee, Jim, if you wish to do it.
John, who all does this cover?
Jim and the carpenter. Jim Sell. He does the gutters and backup carpentry and
So Jeff is not.
Jeff's not in your budget. He's all on grounds.
Do you see this, whoever we hire, being full-time or part-time in 2025?
I'm proposing 2 days a week part-time.
Okay.
And that 79 covers that?
Yes.
And Jim.
Yes.
Days a week to get some of that work done faster.
Well, our work, I mean, yeah, in the beginning, you might go 3-1 or something. I mean, what we have found was that we get the work done if it's done in a proper manner in a couple days. I mean, we had a carpenter, John Mercer, and he was here a long time, and he got a lot of things done, but it was at a speed that that we really shouldn't have to worry about, you know. Yeah, and so that's why I'm proposing this. Is there a little extra? Yeah, but I mean, you know, that's why I really there are, you know, there are going to be increases all through this budget. I mean, we're looking at you know, their landscape alone was impacted by the dump fees. I mean, that everything went up, you know, and so what I'm trying to say is there are going to be groups where you not save money, but this just seems to be one where we could save a little bit in next year's budget. So what would happen is that payroll taxes would go down respectively, obviously. Services in general, we had 15,000 last year because of the electric cords and everything else. It's projected to be 25,000. We're going to put money in the reserves of 12,500 a year for that, but there's still expenses. So in my opinion, I'd like you to consider the 20,000 versus the 15 or the 25. Yeah.
These are the ground strap issues.
Yeah. Well, because we got 20,000 here, we're going to have wood repair, everything else, but I think so. I really do. An average. Supplies, this has been pretty constant for the last 3 or 4 years. We've used that $30,000 figure and it's pushed it time. We'll be slightly under, but not by much. Fire extinguishers, we put 3,500 in. We actually spent 2,500. We replaced several fire extinguishers. That's why I feel we can go down about $500 on that line item. New equipment, minor tools and things like that, same. Rental expense, we've had a couple $100 in. It's usually average that. This year it really should have been charged the grounds, but we had to rent the equipment to do the grounds, the backhoe and everything else. So that's why it exceeded the budget by $400.
It's my money for the grounds. That should be out of landscape.
No, that's hard.
Yeah. And then vehicle expense, obviously, our truck is not used as much with the only part-timer. And so that expense used to be over $5,000, so it's lowered. So the thought proposal here would be to reduce the budget about what, $19,000,
$20,000. What is
$20,000.
the difference between the wages?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But that's just, you know, open for discussion.
Well, you're basing it on previous
Yeah.
expenses.
Yeah, we base, yeah, that's it. I will do the same for utilities and I'll do administration.
Yeah.
Landscape did
Yeah.
theirs and pool will do theirs.
Do we need to?
Well, it's going to be presented. This is the proposal to the budget. The budget committee could change it, but I mean, this is what you're proposing to them.
And the board has to
Ultimately approve the
ultimately
budget.
approve all.
But then I have a different.
So true.
Alright.
So you agree to send this as a proposal? Motion.
That's why I said, do I need to?
Yes.
Send this to the.
I'll second the motion.
Okay.
All in flavor?
Aye.
Anybody
Aye.
again?
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. All right, done. We'll send that along the way. Hope that maybe some of the other committees can.
You know what, everything else is going up, so it's gonna be kind of difficult.
Well, just for information, the landscaper is up between 30 and 35, I think. Up, yeah.
Is your list? 80 some acres, yes. Yeah, yes, okay. We had our owners' requests. To ready comments. Is it part of the committee?
Yes, he is. Ready comments, Gus, you got anything? We lose you?
Gus, can you hear us?
I can't hear people talking in the background. When you guys lean into the laptop you're looking at, I can hear you fine. If you move away from it a little bit, then you,
Did you hear that tap?
I can hear you now, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you speak to the laptop, we can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, Gus, do you have anything to add on the committee comments?
Yes, just for clarification, did we approve or disapprove the window AC?
We disapproved it. Disapproved.
Okay. That's the only
That's
comment.
it? Okay.
George?
No comment.
Any comments from the audience? Okay.
Next week.
Next meeting will be the 18th. It'll be a Wednesday, September 18th. Mhm.
All right, motion to adjourn?
Yeah. Motion adjourned now. Thank you.
Second, there you go. All right, we are adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you, everybody.
See everybody.
I'll get
Bye-bye.
together with the young man, and then we'll also get together with the contractor. Okay, I'll set something up. All right.
You know, I don't want to sound sexist, but maybe you want to have a chat.
No,
Carpenter?
the guys would never get anywhere with you.
They tell me before I was here, you had a pool lady that they were all enamored with, and everybody used to hang around the pool. Not being sexist.
No?
Any,
Success that you do. Now, my question is, you know, women have worked a whole lot of times on intuition. So maybe you do a little input on intuition, what we get. Besides that, I have 26 grandchildren and children and grandchildren. So I have a little people. And what
It's on the